Aren't you just the most adorable thing? Hey. What? What you doing? You just lounging? It's not unusual to wake up with Kep on the bed. I mean, that's just the way it always is. It's just, you know, it's nice. Even in the day now, we can come in and he's relaxing when he's not on us. Good cat. By the way, hello everyone and welcome to Wednesday. Had to get up this afternoon and go to the dentist. We're in the process of switching dentists, and it's not yet time for my cleaning, but I've had some sensitivity on and off, and wanted to go talk to the dentist about it. So the dentist took a look and said, good news. They did some x-rays, said you don't have any cavities. And I'm like, said, bad news, your gums are receding. And I'm like, oh, that's not new. That's been going on for years. And it's basically because I brushed too hard. And they said that, you know, it doesn't really look like there's anything new wrong. They said, just try and be careful. Like, don't brush your teeth so hardcore. And I'm like, okay. So that's what I gotta start doing. They also suggested, I used a Crest sensitivity toothpaste. It's like Crest Pro Health Sensitivity Gum, whatever. And they're like, yeah, you know, that's fine. Or you could like just use Sensodyne. I'm like, okay. And they said also, you know, one thing that might help you is using a brush that has softer bristles. And I was like, I've never really considered that. Now I use an electric toothbrush. It's not like one of those real nice ones with the rechargeable thing. It's like a $7 Walmart thing. But, you know, I've used that for a long, long time. And that's probably gentler than using like a hard bristled brush. So I'm probably been doing all right. But the big thing is like, don't brush so hard. When I'm brushing up where I've exposed the roots, just try and brush down. Basically, it's all stuff I've heard before. It was just a little wake-up call of like, hey, if you're having sensitivity, don't brush like an idiot. And I'm like, okay, yeah, got it. Anyway, after that, we checked out a local framing shop. It's the same framing shop, actually, we went to get Mal's cat print framed, the one that we had got from Kyoto a while back. And we went because we're going to get the Goose Game painting, one that Mal did that is going to my parents. We're going to get that in a floating frame for their room. So we wanted to try and get an idea of, I mean, for one, what the availability of their stuff was and how much it would be and
you're good after
things
the
like
car.
that. So they had what we needed. What we suspect we needed. They actually let us take 2 different colors back with us, so at some point soon we'll go over to my parents' house with the frame material and see what color we want to go. But I know that a lot of people have been asking about, like, you know, when are your parents going to have that painting? And it's a work in progress, but I know that they want to get it framed, so we're just trying to figure out what the best move is for that. So we're getting there. Hopefully it won't be, you know, but another week or 2, and we'll finally be to the point where we can show something. Is there parking up there?
No.
I'm just gonna park back here. And then finally we're at Publix because we need to pick up just a few groceries. You know, cooking is still difficult, and also we have so many gift cards from DoorDash, courtesy of all our friends, which we, you know, appreciate. But, you know, one of the things that we realized is, like, we don't even have bread. So this morning, before I went to the dentist, I was like, oh, I want to eat like a sandwich or something before I go so I can brush my teeth. I was like, oh, I had 1 piece of bread left and it was covered in mold. And I was like, okay, So eventually we're going to get to the point where, you know, we feel good enough to cook. But in the meantime, we have to at least get like some essentials because there's going to be times where we need to have something. And That's what we're gonna pick up and make sure we have. Both Sagan and Kep love to watch the birds, and we haven't refilled the bird feeder in a while, but Mal decided to go ahead and do that just so Kep could watch the birdies again. Yeah. Both of you loved to watch the birds. The big difference was that Sagan was good at it. You aren't so good. We've since moved one of the chairs back. We had 2 chairs here, and you know, when Sagan was watching the birds, he understood that he had to like kind of sneak down and be quiet and careful. So he would just be like, or if he saw a bird from over here, he would like carefully approach. Kep would get all excited and just like run. Be like, oh boy, a bird! And just run. So, you know, you don't get to see as many birds, baby. No, you don't. But I know that you like to watch them, so maybe in time you'll get a little bit better. Hopefully you've learned a few things from watching Sagan.
You and Kepi match.
We do match.
Look at your shirt.
I know, we do match.
Hi, Kepi.
We, Mal and I sat down, and we were just ordering some food, and it was just a tiny bit cold in here, so I took the blanket and put it on my lap, and Mal was sitting next to me, and Kep had been on her lap, and then when I sat down and put the blanket on my lap, Kep like watched me do it and was like, I want that. And just got up off of Mal's lap and laid right here.
Look at you.
He's a good boy. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll have food here in just a little bit. I'm gonna use this time to edit yesterday's vlog. I've been keeping up with that, which has been important to me. But I'm also very leisurely doing it too, because like if I was in like work mode, that would be like the first thing I'd do in the morning. I'd get up and I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna do this so it's done for the day. And obviously I'm not doing that, so I'm still, you know, very much just kind of taking it easy. And that's why, you know, it might not be until a little bit later in the evening where I'm like, okay, now I'll do it. So now I'll do it because I gotta wait on food. So while I'm waiting on food, I'll get it. But you're gonna have to get up though. I'm sorry. I need my computer, and the computer is upstairs, little bud. Dan had to stop by just briefly earlier, and I think it hit Dan a little hard because since Sagan passed, Dan hasn't been here. So Dan was just here just for a few minutes, quick, but I think it really affected him because he was like, he even mentioned before he left, he said, you know, I knew Sagan was gone. He said, but I haven't been here, and it's weird to see Kep and not see Sagan. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I agree. You know, that's definitely, they were such a pair. You know, I think it's been the hard thing is like, they're the Astronocats. Like they are, you know, we've had them, they've been together forever. And, you know, even before we got them when they were like 3 months old. The reason that we got them together, well, it's not the reason we got them together. It's just a happy coincidence that whenever we had started to fill out the paperwork and talk to the shelter, they said they were actually litter mates, you know.
Foster siblings.
So at the shelter, there was a lot of kittens, and of those kittens, Kepler and Sagan had been raised together. They're not blood brothers, but they are, you know, they were raised together. So they've always just been together. And I know it's got to be weird for him. It's weird for us, you know, because just so used to seeing both of the cats, but it's something that we're adjusting to. And, you know, one of the things I'm sure Kep loves is that he's getting all of the attention now. Like, and we've been giving him plenty of it too. So, right? Right? Good boy. Our food just arrived, and I have to film this because Mal and I are laughing about it. So we ordered Mexican, and Mal got a chimichanga. It was on top, and I pulled it off. I was like, okay, there's yours. And Mal's like, oh, that must be yours, because I ordered a giant burrito. That's what it said. It said it was a giant burrito. I was like, that sounds great. A giant burrito. Well, guess what? They weren't kidding, because we pulled it up.
It's the giant
It's
burrito.
one giant thing. There's nothing online. Like, there's no pictures. There's not, like, measurements. It doesn't say how big it is. It just said giant burrito. I was like, that sounds delicious. I want a giant burrito tonight. Yes. Giant burrito. Well, it turns out this is two meals.
No.
Which is not bad.
Guess we have lunch tomorrow.
Yeah. And we still have a little Chinese left over. I'm looking forward to eating this, like so much. Tomorrow's going to be an interesting day, and I guess I'll just save it for tomorrow. Tomorrow might bring about an entire new amount of emotions. We'll see. We'll see. I think tomorrow will be healthy and healing, and a very important step in the grieving process for Mal and myself. And I have to say, I haven't been dreading tomorrow. I've been looking forward to it a lot, actually. And that's why I think it'll be so helpful.
Yeah.
But I'll talk about that tomorrow. Yeah. For now, it's just me and burritos. I'm saying burritos because that's two burritos. You can put them together and call it giant burrito if you want, but you're not fooling anyone. That's just two burritos. I had no idea I was ordering two burritos. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. We're just going to try and relax the rest of the night. That's what we've been doing for the past few nights, and it has been very rejuvenating to our souls. You guys can probably tell, but like, we are laughing and smiling more, and like that, it makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, and like, are there still moments of darkness? Yes, but I'm trying to allow myself to not feel guilt over the times that I'm happy, and I'm trying to tell myself that, you know, Sagan would want us to feel joy, and I'm not shying away from thoughts about him and memories and things like that, but I'm just feeling better.
Yeah. I'm feeling
I am. Like, I don't know if it's, you know, part of it is like some level of like acceptance, and I understand that, but also just, I think part of it is that we grieved really hard.
Yeah.
like we were dehydrated and exhausted like the first few days, and I think just the immense amount of grieving that we did was probably had something to do with it. But I can feel my spirit smiling, you know what I mean? Like, things are looking up. But we'll talk more tomorrow, because tomorrow's going to be a big day. A big day. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?